Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This segment is sponsored by QC Kinetics.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today we're going to be hearing from our friends from QC Kinetics about how regenerative medicine can help you move better, feel better, and live better.
A new approach to healing. Joining me is Allie White with QC Kinetics. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here. You're in our office. You get to experience the QC Kinetics that I love and get to work in every day.
So I'm so interested in this. What is QC Kinetics?
So QC Kinetics, we are a non-surgical approach to joint relief and just other musculoskeletal pain areas. So we really dive in to make sure that our patients can be treated more in that non-invasive approach, because we know surgery ultimately is very invasive for patients. It can be very long time for healing. So we wanted to come up with an area of medicine and really dive into regenerative medicine to treat our patients.
And can you elaborate a little bit more on what regenerative medicine is?
Yes, absolutely. So regenerative medicine is really cool. So anyone that likes to nerd out over the science like I do, it is an area of medicine that takes what your body has, so autologous, meaning from you. It takes what you have, and what we can do is we can harness it in a way that your body can no longer do. So just a couple examples, there's a hot topic in medicine right now. It's called platelet-rich plasma, also known as PRP. So that's what we do here as well, along with other treatment areas and treatment modalities. So with that, we take what your blood has, so the cells from your blood, we take your blood, just like a normal blood draw, we take that into our lab, we spin it down, we take the cells from that are needed for healing, and we actually re-inject it into your area of pain.
How does this type of medicine differ from traditional medicine?
Great question. So it differs from traditional medicine in a ton of different areas. So if we think about the traditional pathway for patients right now, you have a steroid injection. Steroid injections just mask the pain. They don't bring a healing response. They actually dampen your immune system so your body can't do what it naturally wants to do. From there, patients just tend to get worse. Then you have your opioids. We also want to get patients off of opioids, knowing that the opioid epidemic is so large right now and how effective it is for patients. And then ultimately there's surgery. So surgery is a permanent decision. There are effects from surgery that can be really difficult for patients. The healing time can take a very long time for those patients, and then just the downtime as well. So for us, we differ from traditional medicine. Hearing all of those things of what you need to do in traditional medicine or getting an injection with us from your body's own cells, I would take the regenerative medicine approach.
Yeah, that sounds so interesting. So why QC Kinetics?
Why QC Kinetics? That's a great question. So for me, it's the patients. Our patients are the reason why. They come through our doors, we get to learn all about them. They bring us their why, and we help treat that why. So normally you go see your physician or your PA, NP, and the burden of healthcare, they can't get to learn who their patients are or why they're coming to see them. We can at QC Kinetics. So you may be coming for your knee pain, but what is that why behind your knee pain? What do you need to get back to doing? That's what I love about QC Kinetics, because that's what we're doing for our patients.
Now, who qualifies as a patient?
It's a great question. A lot of people. So we don't have a patient population that we don't really treat. We see everyone from younger patients all the way to patients in their 80s, 90s wanting to reclaim their independence. We see patients with injuries. We see patients post-surgery. We see patients with chronic disease states such as osteoarthritis. So we treat a lot of different patients.
What are the most common treatment areas?
Great question. So for us, it's those joints that you wear out mostly. So think of your knees, think of your hips, the joints that you're on every day, those weight-bearing joints, but we also treat every other joint in the body. So think about your shoulders, wrists, fingers. If you're doing a lot of computer work, we see a lot of people with finger issues, or your thumbs. We see ankle issues, especially in our younger demographic. So if there's a joint that's bothering you, we treat it.
If you want to learn more information, be sure to visit qckinetics.com/Myrtle Beach or you can call 843-258-6059.
This segment is sponsored by QC Kinetics.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
The following portion of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Florence County Voter Registration and Elections. Welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today I'm in Florence at Election Central and I'm joined by Julian. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Give us a refresher here of what you do here, Julian.
Well, I'm the Director of Elections and Registration, Voter Registration. We have people come in and register to vote and get ready for all of our elections. We run a process here. We certify elections when they're done so that we make sure that all elections are safe and secure and people can trust the results once we get through with getting the voting over.
And part of that process, of course, is educating people on what they need to know before the election starts. So again, these are local elections that you
Yes.
guys cover here.
Yes.
What do people need to know?
Well, when you're voting, of course, this year will be coming up lots of new elections. It's going to be a big year for elections. If you want to do early voting, you always have a couple of weeks before an election to do that. And then there's some dates that you have to adhere to register to vote or get ready for early voting. And we have several precincts that we open. We have about 7 of those for early voting. And each election is treated a little differently. So you can go online and look at scvotes.gov, or you can look at florencecounty.gov and look onto the list of precincts and the elections that are coming up. But we try to make them aware, make you aware by billboards, things like this interview, and lots of information on our websites and in the newspaper.
Who is eligible for early voting? Everyone?
Everyone's, if you're eligible to vote, that means that you have registered to vote, you are a citizen of the United States, and you can vote legally, and they'll work with you through the DMV, or here you come by, and if you don't have an ID, we'll be glad to take a picture ID for you.
What about any sort of writing in ballots, anything over the mail? How does that work here in Florence?
We have absentee ballots that you can request so many days in advance of the election, because we have to mail you one. You can call here or you can go online and request one. We'll mail it to you, you fill it out, and get it back to us in timely fashion.
Is there anything that people need to know that has changed this year when it comes to voting?
Not a whole lot has changed yet. There are some changes in the works. We're looking at some things that could affect how we treat certain types of mail-in ballots and the timing of getting them back in. But right now, that's just being debated.
And what are the big dates that people need to have written down on their calendars?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you a couple of dates here that you can get down and get ready for the primaries, and that'll be another topic for another segment. But the deadline to register to vote in person for the primaries is May the 8th. May 10th is the deadline to register to vote online or by fax or email for those primaries. And remember, you're voting for someone on a specific ticket that you want to see on that ticket, so that when you do have the general election, you still can choose which one you want to. You don't have to vote the same way you did in the primary. Okay. On May 11th, the deadline to register to vote by mail for primaries, and it's got to be postmarked by this date, May 11th. That's really a big date.
So if you don't have it in by that date, your vote will not count?
If you don't have it in, it has to be postmarked by May 11th for us, to be registered. June 9th will be the actual primary date. Usually 2 weeks before that is when you have your early voting periods on Monday through Fridays. We have 7 locations for you to vote early voting.
Again, give everybody that website because there's a ton of great information on there.
Yeah, go to scvotes.gov or go over to our website on the Florence County website.
Of Living Local Carolina is sponsored by Florence County Voter Registration and Elections. This story is sponsored by SC Needs Help. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Living Local Carolina. Today, I have the treat of being joined in studio by Philip from SC Needs Help. How you doing, man?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm doing great. All right, tell me all about what you guys do. This was founded in 2018, but it's really turned into something much bigger.
Yeah, SC
since
Needs
then.
Help really started as helping out the flood victims. In the big floods of 2018, we started off with a warehouse and just getting gear for people and equipment and food and non-perishable items that they needed, and it's morphed into something much bigger than that. And now we're just trying to help people year-round, not just when there is a big event.
I love it. Adapting to whatever people need.
Absolutely.
At the given time. So what's on the docket?
In March, it's a great event, raises most of the money for the year. Our president, Andy Kemp, just does a really good job at it. He's a barbecue connoisseur, and so he kind of created the event, and we started out raising money for people in need, and now we use this event to fund our entire year.
So give me kind of an idea of what you guys do with the funds that you receive.
Well, just in the past year, we've adopted 50 kids from the Angel Tree program. So we're going to take care of 50 kids for Christmas 2023. And we have sent a family to Disney. Their father passed away unexpectedly. We sent the family to Disney. We purchased a vehicle for somebody that was in need out in Conway. So we just, whatever we can do to help, there's little things that you can do to help people to change their lives drastically. And as a community, we're able to do that as a team.
What has been the most memorable moment for you?
I think for me, the first smoke out at the boathouse was for Andre Pope. And Andre was diagnosed with cancer, and he was able to enjoy that event before unfortunately he passed away. But he was able to be there, shake people's hands, and see the event in action, which I think that is really, that's really important. Just a very special moment and a life-changing moment for me as well.
I was going to say, if somebody's watching this right now and wants to help out, wants to get involved, how can they do that?
Go on the web, scneedshelp.org. That will take you to a donations tab or a contact tab, and just send us a message, and we'd love for you to get involved.
Well, today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, ice cream, and I'm joined by Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine today.
All right, you guys are Island Treats here on Pawleys Island. Tell me about what you guys offer here.
38 different flavors of ice cream, milkshakes, sundaes, hot dogs,
A little bit of everything.
pizza, everything.
Love that. And you guys are a mom and pop shop. You've been here for 7 years, a staple here in the community. What's it like being able to see the smiling faces come through every season and off season as well?
Off season because we're open all year long, same hours, everything. So people don't think people come in for ice cream during January and February, but they do because we have a lot of snowbirds that come down. So, but yeah, it's fantastic to see everybody come in. The kids got the play deck out here to play on and everything, and it just keeps them entertained, and ice cream's a favorite for everybody.
Indeed it is. I was going to say, this is such a pretty location. You guys are right on this little, is it a pond?
It's a little pond,
Little
yes.
pond right here. And kids are able, or adults, are able to feed the ducks and geese.
Ducks, geese, koi fish,
Ooh.
turtles. We got a little bit of everything in the pond.
What is y'all's goal with this business?
Serve God. You come in and people write their Bible verses and everything. When we moved here, we prayed, we did a fast to come here to have Him show us what we're supposed to do. We praise Him for everything that we have.
7 years later, it's definitely worked out well, huh?
It's a blessing.
So one thing you guys do is you want people to be able to enjoy as much as they want to, right?
Correct. When you come in, we have so many flavors that a lot of times it's hard to choose. So we'll let you taste whatever you want. We'll mix and match anything you want into one scoop. If you want 2 flavors, 3 flavors, we could turn that into 1 scoop for you.
Beautiful, because sometimes you just can't choose. It's so hard.
No, you want to try everything and eat everything.
All right, perfect. I definitely want to do that right after we're done here, but where can people find you guys? What's your address?
We're located in the Island Shops in Pawleys Island.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from? When did you start painting? The whole story.
I have lived in Robeson County my whole life, and I credit my mother for my painting interest because she used to buy me paint by numbers. That's how I got started, believe it or not. It was Dr. Seuss paper dolls and paint by numbers, and that's how my art was started, and that's I never stopped.
Yeah. And where would you think you draw the most inspiration?
Oh, creation. Creation. God's world is so beautiful, and He inspires me. So.
Yeah, I can see you use a lot of I'm not a painter myself, so I probably don't even know the right verbiage for this, but you paint a lot of light. You can definitely see, working with light in your paintings, and I think it's so cool.
I love that. The painting light is my favorite thing. So I don't always get it, but I try. But I have lots of inspiration here at home. I live on a pond, and we have ducks and birds and the whole thing, the whole farm thing. So I'm pretty inspired here at home.
What kind of painting do you do? I know it's not watercolor, right? What do you use?
I wish I would love to learn watercolor and plan to, but I am not good at watercolor, and I use oils, acrylics, pen and ink a lot, some colored pencil, mostly oils. The ones I've sold have all almost exclusively been oils.
Very cool. Was there a moment after you've been painting for some time where you thought, wow, okay, maybe I'm pretty good at this. This could be a thing for me.
Yes, but I always am very critical. I'm never satisfied. But at the same time, it's such a joy to do that it keeps me going anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, tell me where people can learn more about your art and purchase your art. There's a show coming up, right?
Several.
Wow.
In Robeson County is a great place for art right now because there are lots of wonderful galleries that are very busy. The Robeson Art Guild, I won first place at that show there that's still open. And Robeson County Arts Council is a wonderful place, very active. Inner Peace Gallery in Lumberton with Melvin Morris. Red Springs Art Space with Jeff and Irina Geller. All those places have shows coming up, and I try to participate in all of those. But I guess my heart is with the Carolinas Art Guild in Dillon. We have a fundraiser every year. It's Pause for the Arts, and it's a Humane Society of Dillon County fundraiser. And artists can sell their work there. So maybe we'll have that again in September, hopefully. I've sold several pieces there. I have really good luck there, and it's a good time.
That is awesome. Well, is there anything else that you want to mention about your painting or art or, yourself in general that you think people should know? The
most exciting thing that I've done in a long time was illustrate a book for my sister. She's a wonderful writer, and she wrote a book called Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales. I have a copy always by my side. She wrote the book, I illustrated it, and we've had such fun with it. And those can be purchased on Amazon or through me mostly if you want a signed copy by her. So
cool. So definitely check it out. What was the title and the author for Amazon?
Bunnies, Birds, and Puppy Tales, and her name is Teresa Watts. It was very special, and she's written lots of things, but that's the first one she's published, so I'm excited to work on another one.
Well, good stuff. I appreciate you sitting down to talk with me.
I appreciate your asking me.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.